Hey Purpose, what's going on? My name is Nathan and it's good to have you here at our online youth experience live. We're so glad that you're able to tune in to youth tonight for a special kind of service. These are strange and unpredictable times, to be honest. But listen, we can pray to God and we can pray for connection, and we can use this time of isolation to sit down and talk to God and improve our relationship with Him. Use this free time you have to open a conversation and pray for protection and for peace during this period of uncertainty and anxiety. We have some really great stuff coming up for you guys, and we have a very special recorded song tonight by Mark O'Mahony from Athenry Gospel Church. And then he'll also be saying a few short words to you guys too, and we're absolutely honoured to have the amazing opportunity to have all these pastors and youth leaders from all around the world speaking to you guys on a daily basis. So we want to do everything we can to help you stay connected to God from your own home. And you don't have to have youth in a building. You don't have to have worship with other people. You don't have to have church only on Sundays. We all know that. We can praise, we can worship, we can learn about God everywhere, every day. So that's what our main goal is. If you have any ideas to help you guys stay connected, please let us know. You can drop our Instagram a DM, you can drop any of our youth leaders a DM or a text or anything. And we just want to let you guys know that you are loved and cared for during this time. If you also need prayer, please do the same. Don't be scared to reach out to any of our youth leaders. They won't be sharing anything. We'll leave all the contacts up on the screen. Just drop them a DM if you need prayer, if you need a chat. We'll be delighted to help you. And as I said, we have a very special song by Mark O'Mahony. It's called Do Not Fear. And I think that's such a good message for this time right now, where there's a lot of fear going around. There's a lot of anxiety over this whole coronavirus issue. And I really think that this is a very special song. So we'll have the lyrics up on the screen. You can sing along, please do, because, you know, it's good to worship God from home. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in. And God bless you all. Thank you.
Find rest, my soul. He is my fortress, a place of rest when I am overwhelmed. Be still, my soul, be still for His voice. For though the mountains be removed, yet His voice remains the same. Do not fear, my child, do not fear the raging ocean, for my eye is ever watchful, and my arms are ever strong. Do not fear the dark, do not fear tomorrow's storm, for your Father goes before you to gently lead you on. Find rest, my soul. He is my fortress, a place of rest when I am overwhelmed. Be still, my soul, be still for His voice. For though the mountains be removed, yet His voice remains the same. Do not fear, my child, do not fear the raging ocean, for my eye is ever watchful, and my arms are ever strong. Do not fear the dark, do not fear tomorrow's storm, for your Father goes before you to gently lead you on. For your Father goes before you to gently lead you on. Because he loves me, he will deliver. I call on you, I call on you. Because he loves me, he will deliver. I call on you, I call on you. Because you love me, Father, you will deliver me. You stand by me, you stand by me. Because you love me, Father, you will deliver me. I call on you, I call on you. Do not fear, my child, do not fear the raging ocean, for my eyes ever watchful and my arms are ever strong. Do not fear the dark, do not fear tomorrow's storm, for your Father goes before you to gently lead you on. For your Father goes before you to gently lead you on. My Father goes before me to gently lead me on. Find rest, my soul. Find rest, my soul. Find rest, my soul.
Hi youth, this is Mark O'Mahony from Athenry, and just wanted to share a few encouraging verses with you in these crazy days that we're living in. And just wanted to read a verse which is in Matthew chapter 2 verse 13, and it says, "The angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream and said, 'Get up, take the child and his mother and escape to Egypt and stay there until I tell you, for Herod is going to search for the child to kill him.' So he got up, took the child and his mother during the night and left for Egypt, where he stayed until the death of Herod." And I think this is a fascinating scripture because this is like Jesus being quarantined as his first event on earth. He's born into the world to an earthly father, and the first event in Jesus' life is he has to be rescued by Joseph. He has to be taken away as a weak, vulnerable person. He's got to be rescued out of a threatening situation and a volatile, unstable political world that he's found himself in. So, I think I don't think Jesus minds us being quarantined and being keeping ourselves and our families safe during these unprecedented times. But I'd also like to, just think about the idea of Jesus, as a kid facing the threat of death like that. I'm sure there was some trauma and some fear in his childhood. And I just want to talk about fear for a second. Fear is a normal human emotion. Fear is literally a biological chemical response in our brain that releases adrenaline into our bloodstream, and we experience what we call fear. We experience the same thing when we watch a scary movie or go on a roller coaster. Some people find it an exciting thrill, and other people find it makes their heart beat faster, it makes them break out in a cold sweat, and it gives them physical symptoms. So if fear is such a normal part of a healthy functioning human brain, why does Jesus then in his ministry say to us so many times, do not fear, do not fear? The angel said to Mary, do not fear, and to Zechariah and to the shepherds, do not fear. And in Jesus' ministry then in Matthew chapter 14 and verse 22, the disciples get into the boat and go ahead of Jesus to the other side of the lake. And Jesus, when he walks on the water, comes across to Peter and says, in verse 27, Matthew 14 verse 27, Jesus immediately says to them, take courage, it is I am here, do not be afraid. And this is a phrase that features in Jesus' ministry, do not fear, do not be afraid. Then he calls Peter to come out on the water with him, and Peter gets out and walks on the water to go to Jesus. But when Peter looks down at the wind and the waves, the fear overtakes him and overwhelms him, if you like, and he panics in fear. And fear has this ability to overtake us and to overwhelm our physical senses, to make our heart beat too fast consistently, to make us sweat, to make us stressed. And God says to us, do not fear. Even though fear is a natural human tendency, God reaches out and catches Peter. Jesus reaches out and catches Peter when he is falling. And I think that's what God is doing to us today, reaching out and saying, look, come up with me to another level. Come out of your tendency to be human and to fear the unnatural and the unknown and the mystery of what's going on in the world. Come up higher to another place. Come up to a place of faith and adjust your focus from the wind and the waves and the water, from the crisis and the tragedy and the disappointment. And it is a great tragedy and disappointment. And in the coming months and weeks, and in this nation and every nation on earth, there will be mourning and there will be loss and disappointment. And we need to be sensitive to that, and compassionate as believers. But God says to us in the midst of us, take courage, I am here, do not be afraid. Step out and come with me to another place, to another level, a place of the supernatural, where fear doesn't have to overtake and overwhelm and panic our human senses. And I feel like that's what God is saying to me and to us today, and to you as well. So God bless you. Stay safe. Love the Lord. Press in and spend time with him and see what the scriptures are saying to you today. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Mark, for that great message. We really appreciate it. Guys, we have so much more to come for this next week and the weeks beyond as well. Don't worry, this is not the end. I'm just going to read out the schedule real quick for week 2. On tomorrow, we have David Cullen. Sunday, we have Angela Cullen. Monday, Jordan Kelly. Tuesday, Ruth Burke. Wednesday, Aaron Barnum from Texas. And Thursday, we have our own from our youth, Christiana. So that's going to be absolutely fantastic, guys, and hopefully we'll be here next Friday for another Youth Online. But we really appreciate you tuning in, guys, and if you do need prayer, you can contact our Instagram page and we'll get you hooked up with the leader. Don't worry, guys. We want to keep you connected, we want to keep you focused on God, and we really want to just strengthen your relationship between God and yourself. So thank you very much, guys, again. See ya.